Should you buy or sell? The housing market is sending some mixed signals. New home sales surged last month, but some just released numbers show existing home sales have hit their lowest level since June of 2003. Let's get the inside scoop now from housing expert John Bendall with Remax. John, it does seem like it's just a back and forth. You can't kind of make sense of it all. So I'm curious, with the home sales having fallen, 3% back in April, and then you have prices dropping for the 9th straight month, with the median cost now just under $221,000. Reconcile this for me. What do you make of these numbers?
I think what you saw with the new home sale is, Joe home seller doesn't have stockholders and builders do. And builders lowered their prices or put incentives in to meet the demand of where the consumer was, and you saw a surge there. It actually will trickle down and help because it takes off inventory onto the market, which will also help the existing home sales. Okay.
What about, though, the average homeowner? Is it a good time to buy or sell? Do you need to hang tight? And what's your feeling?
Well, if you're a buyer and you go out into the market and with somebody who really knows what they're doing as far as the realtor's concerned, you're going to find houses that are priced correctly and not correctly. And so there are opportunities there for the ones that are priced correct. On the sell side, if you're priced correctly, it's going to sell. If you are unrealistic, like some Joe homeowner is today, a lot of them are, it's going to sit. Right now there's an inventory of about 8.4 months worth of inventory onto the market. That's a lot of houses. So there's a lot of opportunities for a buyer going out there.
But that's just for the simple buyer, because a lot of times the buyer has to be a seller before becoming a buyer, right? To trade up. So you got to be real smart with the pricing.
Well, you have to. Once you've sold your house realistically and then finding a house to buy realistically, you're sort of going across an even plane.
What about mortgage rates? Because they're on the rise right now. Where do you see them headed?
What I've read so far is that the mortgage rates probably will trickle back down towards the end of the year. But you got to understand, when the mortgage rate moves, if a mortgage rate moves 1%, that's 9% on the other side of affordability. So if it goes up 1%, a consumer could afford 9% less. If it goes down, they could afford 9% more, which actually will help with the pricing on the market.
And quickly, some hot spots for sellers right now?
Fort Myers, Florida.
What?
I'm telling. I just talked to a friend of mine. I just talked to a friend of mine, Brett Ellis, down in Fort Myers, Florida. He said for the last 6 months, now they still have a large inventory, but they've seen the median price starting to rise. Seattle's on fire right now. There's a lot. New Jersey's in great shape too.
Yeah, around the metropolitan area of New York, I'm hearing, a lot of it's pretty solid. Okay, well, good to know. That means probably good for you since you're from the area. John Bendall with Remax. Thanks so much. The